it's like people feel that. Well, like when Dave Chappelle's, Sticks and Stones or whatever the last one he did came out, and everybody was freaking out about it because of what he was saying. But to me, it was no different than anything he's ever done.
For real.
Other than it being new material. Like, to me, that's what makes good comedy is you take the things that people are stressing about and that are like causing rifts in society and arguments in society, and you just kind of poke fun at it and make light of it to where you're trying, to me, like that's what you're trying to do is give it less power to antagonize people into fucking riots and arguments and shit by like bringing light of it. Like there was just so much he talked about that I didn't see it being a problem.
Read that.
No pulling out tonight. You gonna unhook your strap.
They wild, son.
Oh man, that's funny. I guess that's another part of it. I don't know this. Yeah. Fuck it. I want to talk about this. Damn it. I find it weird. Now I, have known females that I have been with that years later have turned out that they've become lesbians. And been very adamant about it, like no, I'm not.
Say that again.
So like, I've been like in serious relationships with females, and then we broken up, and I haven't seen them for like 5, 6, 7 years, and then I see them again, and they've changed sexual preference to where they're a lesbian now. Well, the thing about them being lesbians is when I meet the significant other, the girl that they're with resembles a guy.
Yeah.
Like. Dudes like where we're from. Like, they're like thugged out lesbians. But like, I don't know. So I don't really understand that. Now I get
that's
it.
Like what Eminem said a long time ago.
What?
How it don't make sense lesbians using dildos and all that type of shit. Yeah.
Now, my thing is if it's like you just are aesthetically pleased by males, but you want the emotional and sexual attention from a female, then I get it.
Yeah.
But if you aren't in it for that and you're dating a chick that looks like a guy, I don't get that. Because if you're all about females, then you should be all about the female form.
Well,
but maybe their standards will be different. I'm looking at it from a guy's point of view where I'm like, yo, that chick.
But the real thing about it is, like, people like what they like. You know what I'm saying?
True. I just don't get
a lot of girls like that. They might be attracted to a tomboy, and
these are like tomboys though, man. Yeah. They look like dudes.
Yeah,
like
they got that. They got that level.
If they didn't tell you
cut their titties off and all that,
they were a girl, you would not know. That
I don't know about that.
That's the extreme I'm talking about. Cause I get it. Like if a girl likes tomboy, whatever, man.
Well, let's see, like a young M.A. You know what I'm saying? Cause she pretty brawly.
Yeah, she looked like she could fuck somebody up.
Yeah, broadly or whatever.
Very true.
But like, if a woman, I don't know. That's kind of
what?
That's kind of tricky too, cause
Bro, this K-pop stuff in this news is.
Cause I feel like a woman can just
too much
be attracted to any other type of woman like that.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think they look at females don't look at guys or girls the same way we do. Like,
because then a lot of times it'd be like, because when you get in a relationship with somebody, like I'm just talking about like heterosexual, like a female, if a female get in a relationship with a dude, the first dude, he might be a asshole. Okay, she'd be like, okay, go to the next one. She might run into that same situation 4 or 5 times and be like, okay, I'm about to try something new. And then she meet a browly looking ass woman and fall in love, and it just might work. You know what I'm saying? So she might be like, okay, this worked for me.
Yeah. I guess my whole thing is I don't understand, like, I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking if you have like completely flipped, like you don't want nothing to do with guys, because whatever they've done to you has caused you to not want nothing to do with them, why would you want to be with anyone that resembles a dude? Like that's the part that didn't register with me.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see what you're saying, but at the same time, in the back of my mind, it just keeps saying, but maybe that's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it boils down to that. Like,
yeah,
I'm not meant to be able to make sense of it because it's not my mind or my sexual preference, I guess, you know. So no matter how far I dive into it, I'm never going to get it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it is to
because you could say like, all right, a man that's only attracted to Asian women. Let's go extreme like that.
Yeah.
And you could be like, well, what if this black girl, she red and her eyes kind of slant a little bit, and she grew up in Japan, or she grew up in China, but maybe I still just like Asian women.
It's odd to me that exists. Like dudes that only like mess with a certain race of female. Yeah. Like I get it if a body type is a thing, but it's like I don't know, man.
But it always boils down to
me it's like
specific person, because you might feel like that, and then you meet this person at the right time, and it change your whole
shit wide open. Yeah. But I mean, think about it like this, and this is how I equate it. Like it's like if you're like, let's just say you're a dude that only likes Asian women. Yeah. That's like I don't know. It's like going to like Baskin Robbins. They got 30 whatever flavors, and you're like, nah, fuck that. I just want vanilla.
That's it.
Every time.
And I can see that.
Every time. Like, if there's a sprinkle in your shit, you putting it back on the counter. Like, what are you trying to do to my life right now?
And I would understand that. Because I'm not adventurous like that. If I go to 31 flavors, it might be like
but
2 or 3 that
I'm adventurous with females. I mean, you're not out here just beelining for one type of woman.
I'm a one woman man.
I give you that, but I'm just saying, in the pursuit to find that one woman, I
didn't.
You didn't narrow it down.
I didn't have all types, but
I don't.
But if somebody said this is all I like, I can understand.
I don't hold it against anybody. I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it from my point of view. It does not matter to me, like, period. Like,
and certain races have certain like
attributes.
Not even just aesthetically. It can be like...
culturally and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of dudes fuck with Asian women because they raised a certain way to be like...
You know what, though? You know what I run into way more than anything? Is, like, white dudes that only mess with white women. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, within the Caucasian community, you can find a gambit of differently cultured Caucasian females. Yeah. Like, but my thing is, they're not, everyone that I've talked to like that isn't doing it because...
some racist shit?
It's not because of racist shit. It's a preference thing. But it honestly has nothing to do with the culture or anything other than the fact that they just like white women. Yeah. Which...
And most people will hear that and say, well, they probably racist. But at the same time...
But I think it's how you grow up, too. Like, if you grow up and you're never around anything but white women, and, like, obviously your mother's white, because you're white, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't...
You might not be attracted to something.
Exactly. Like, it just depends how you grow up. Me, I lived all over the place. So, like, I just kind of, like, didn't really care as a child, much less as an adult. Like, it's just... It's whatever. I like females, you know, in all forms and whatnot. But to me, it's like...
That's how I used to be. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like... Well, like Wayne said back in the G, like, all pussy is pink. Like, nigga ain't give a fuck. As long as she cold. Yeah. But...
Think about it like this, though. If you're really in the pursuit of something real... Yeah. And you're gonna narrow it down to one...
But it depends, man. Like sometimes people have, and this the same thing like with the lesbian thing. Sometimes people have a certain situation where you'll be turned off by the whole thing. You hear me? That's like I felt like I never fuck with a white girl because of some experiences. But
I guess I should probably be of that mindset by now. I've had some pretty gnarly experiences with white females, man. But sometimes you just never learn.
And then as a black man, like, a lot of times you feel like another race really not going to understand what it's like
to be. I can see that, I guess. But like where we're from, man, like white females are more likely to date black dudes and white dudes.
Yeah.
From my experience, just from what I see all the time.
But they might not hold it down like a black female, though. They might up and run if some shit get real. Then get slapped with like 5 years. It might be on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, though. I don't know.
But like I said, it's all really...
To me, it makes...
Up to the certain person. Because there's a person out there that'll break that...
What, stereotype that's been built in your mind? Yeah, those bad experiences really can't carve out a little bit of... I don't want to fuck with in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've seen it. But at the same time, I just feel like some part of you should remain open because you don't know. You don't know what... Like, if you're going to meet that person that's really going to make you fucking happy, you have no idea what color, shape, whatever they coming in.
But, like, let's say I was, single and was like, okay, I'm just going to play the field and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me to fuck with a white girl, it'll have to be, like, I met her in a situation where it wasn't like, oh, I was trying to fuck something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm in a club and I'm like, oh, she feeling me, I'm feeling her, and we about to fuck with that.
You're never going to find a good white woman in the club.
No, I'm just saying, but like, if it was a situation like that, I wouldn't fuck with no white girl. Okay. Like, no quick shit like that. Like, it would have to be somebody to pick at my brain and, and for me to see, like, you something different than... I feel like that I know as that. You know what I'm saying?
I know, like, there was a time period in my life where I just didn't care. I just was trying to, run the numbers up or whatever. But, like, now I'm to the point where, that's like every time I encounter a female. Like, my old lady now, like, I met her and it's not like we were just, like, wilding out crazy. Like, we had, like, really long, extensive conversations, and that's what kind of got me to having feelings for her was the intellectual shit more than anything. Just like starting line, or huge linebacker rocks the shit out some 145 pound, like in life, anywhere.
And that's terrible, man.
I travel a lot too, man. So imagine stopping at a rest stop and it was just like a free for all.